And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are about to venture off into our second segment for the morning. DFC representatives are in with us. We'll be having a wonderful time talking to them about some new programs that they'll be launching. Actually, Luis Ruiz is in with us and Hipólito Bautista. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank
It's
you.
nice to have you in. I like the green shirt. Green simply means funds, you know.
Hope it means that.
So, we're looking at this and it says new online portal launch. So when we hear launch, we know for a fact that something new is rolling out. Let's start there.
Yeah, all right. Well, first of all, good morning, viewers. It's good to be here. Thank you guys for having us.
Yes.
A quick insight about DFC. Well, we've been around for a while.
Yeah.
We're going to be celebrating on the 27th of September here, our 56th anniversary.
Wow.
So it's been quite some time. So fast forwarding, we're innovating. That's a thing that we have to be doing right now. And with that, we have brought online one of our first products, which is our student financing, no? And it was done because it's again for ease of access for students to apply for the financing that they need for when they want to access financing for vocational studies, if they need for sixth form or getting a bachelor's degree programs, etc. So it's a full-fledged application that we've put online. They would, to hit the site directly, they would go to apply.dfcbelize.org, but it is also accessible via our website at www.dfcbelize.org. The links are right there so that they can access the portal. And the beauty about it, like can I say, it puts the convenience in their hands in the comfort of their own home. They would be able to go through the entire application process, upload all the documents that they need, fill in all the information that's required. We even have a messaging option there that they can contact the credit officers, and we can communicate with them to help them through the process. But it's new. It's new.
And why was this a necessary move for DFC? And I want to backtrack a bit. I know that DFC has been an integral part in a lot of Belizeans accessing funding for further education. And perhaps because your criteria has been a bit different from what is available at commercial banks. Moving now into the online realm, why is this the next step that is necessary?
Well, it's good because, well, the program, our education program itself, it's designed to help as many students as possible. It's specific some of the benefits of it. For example, when you get accessing for financing from us, you would pretty much only pay or service the interest during the entire time you're studying, the entire 2 years or 3 years. That at the end of the day makes it more affordable for the student to be able, or their parent to be able to make payments, especially if they have multiple students going to school, sixth form or higher. And then it allows equally when that student, let's say, graduates, attains their degree, then they would be able to seek employment and then help to service the loan. Just another punch there is that just simply because someone accessed financing from DFC and they completed it, doesn't mean that, oh, well, I can't continue or further my studies because I already have this loan. They would be able to seek additional or get additional financing from us to continue. And then
wait, so if I have a student loan for like my bachelor's degree and I want to go for my master's, I can refinance and then continue studying. Once I meet the criteria.
It would be actually even refinancing the amount. You would still, whatever interest was for that would be for that. You would just get financing for the additional amount you would need to continue your studies.
We would just ask the students to come in, liaise with us, tell us what they're going to do next, and so we can find a way to incorporate that into their loan so that it's affordable for them or their family members. And to add to the online portal, one of the things that we've realized is during the high season of student loans, we get a lot of inquiries during the day, so we can't facilitate all the interviews. So this would help students that need the financing, like you need to make a deadline next week. So this helps that a lot.
Because they're doing it online. You know, there are a lot of parents listening right now and saying, you know what, I'll just turn a blind eye to it, because we've heard a lot of financial institutions say, you know what, come on in, we've got loans and it's easily accessible. Easily accessible. Talk to us about what we need. If I am a student, I want to go and I got accepted to probably aviation panel. I want to fly planes. Now, talk to us about the accessibility of getting these funds.
Well, the beauty again with the portal is because it puts everything in front with the student. They can see right there what is going to be required, the documentation, the acceptance letter from the institution, if they get a scholarship, the estimate from the institution what the course is going to cost. They can also enter any additional amounts that they need, if they need for supplies, if they need to purchase a laptop, different things like that. All the necessary personal data information. So pretty much it lets them know from the get-go as they sign in, they're able to see everything that they would need to provide. As Louis said, it expedites the process because now when they are able to, before when a student accesses us, it's always kind of like a piecemeal thing. They would bring that little document and then that really lengthens out the process. But with them being able to upload and have everything readily available, a single package, it allows us to process faster. So our process time would cut down to like about 10 days to review a completed application for approval. Between 10 and 23 days, depending on the season, because we have our high seasons and low seasons.
What are the seasons that you look at?
Pre-summer, and then equally January for the
going into the
year.
fall semester, going into December is a high period for us. One, because you're getting students going in January, and two, students coming in for their further disbursement. So those are the peak times.
And especially when it comes to these educational loans, we're talking here what 100% financing, 90% financing. What are we talking?
So we have our regular student loan. We can do up to 100% financing in deserving cases. So we would watch the background, what you need, and then we can go up to there. The regular loans can go up to 100,000, up to 150,000. And then we have our special education loans that go up to 20,000. So out of that, we would see what the student needs, do the package for them, because at the same time we don't want to give them a package they can't handle when they come back from school. Many times parents will come and they say, listen, I need 120,000 from a student to get a bachelor's degree, but that might not be feasible for them to pay back when they return from their studies. You know? So we really try to do smart lending to our clients and advise them in that way.
What is considered special education loan?
Okay, well that's a program that we have. It came online I think in 2016. It's gonna come to an end in December of this year, 2019, so we're getting it out there. It's a program that is catered to the lower income families under 15,000 per annum, families with high dependency, families that come from disparaged areas, high risk areas, high crime. So we actually give them 100% financing up to 20,000. Normally the criteria is you would need a guarantor or some form of land collateral to secure the loan. This we can waiver that. We're very flexible with this one. Maybe your mother is unemployed and she's the only one who can sign for you. Well, she can come and assist. So it's a very new it's a good program for those families, you know, that really want to get their students into school but can't get that back.
Up to December.
Yes. Now, two things. It has been a very successful program. We've unlended. We started off. We get our financing from CDB. So we started off with 3 million. We've given out about 2/3 of that. And so within this stretch, we want to, be able to unlend the balance of it, right? But while this initial financing comes to an end of December, naturally, the performance of the program, we would be able to access additional financing to continue.
Correct.
So it doesn't mean that it's the end of it, but just for this first leg of the financing comes to maturity at December, no?
So what is the criteria? This is such I'm glad we brought it up, because this is such a real situation for people. There are some people who will always have a problem accessing loans, even if they work, because they just don't own anything. And we know that that's usually a requirement. So tell me about what you will actually need to prove to access the special education grant.
Sure. Once you fall into one of the criteria, once you fall into one of the groups that I mentioned earlier,
any one of the criteria,
any one of those criteria, it doesn't have to be a combination. Anyone. So high dependency family, high risk area.
So even if I'm the only person, nobody works, everybody's unemployed and I'm the only one who's trying to get my education, I can still access that special education loan.
Correct. And then once you fall in that group, you come to see us. You will just bring your acceptance letter from the school, your estimate from the school, your ID, be 15 years and older, and a Belizean or a resident of Belize, and a letter of recommendation from either an area rep, a professor that has taught you in school. And then we go from there.
And the cap is 20,000.
Wow. It sounds, like this one is reachable, definitely.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that you guys are actually venturing off into this, for the fact that there are a lot of families right now who are looking to, and then again, it gives them the opportunity that they require. Now, so we know about the new online portal. So you go online, and walk me through this again. You go online, you go to www.dfcbelize.org, and you follow all the protocols you need to do there. So walk us through this. Okay. I need this special loan. I go in there, I find a special loan area.
No, okay. So what you'll have to do is, again, you can access it through the website, www.dfcbelize.org. You will pretty much create your account. You'll create an account. And then with that account, once you've created it, you verify it with your email. Then you enter the portal. You automatically click, commence or start new application, and then the application form, pops up there. Very intuitive and user friendly. You enter all the information. If, again, like what we said, we even give for vocational studies. So we actually start to give financing from 15 years old. Naturally, the parent is the one who is the actual applicant, because the student is underage. But equally, it's for other students who maybe they might not be academically inclined, but they want to do technical or vocational studies. They can continue doing that. So they'll fill in all the information. They just upload whatever documents is stipulated there for them to provide and upload. And again, the application too is valid for 30 days, right?
Wow.
So during that time, if they see there are two things. They have a list that they can download and automatically see all the documents that they would need to provide. But if they don't have it readily on hand, that 30-day window gives them the opportunity to secure it, upload it, and then when it's completed, submit. And then we receive it, and the process commences then. So that's more or less the actual walkthrough.
And this is very good for accessibility too, for people who don't live or who live in a far off area and want to be able to attempt to get a loan. Now, there are some people who are always fearful of online processes and feel that perhaps, did you get my application? And, I don't know if the send really worked or the document really uploaded. We've all heard this crisis situation before. How do you ensure that you have the balance, that there's still some kind of human touch if necessary, so people feel secure that their application went in and that they met all the requirements?
Great question. So with that, again, we actually can see the applications on our end before the actual submittal process.
Okay.
And we already, with the launch that we had like about going on 3 weeks now, equally individuals are being contacting us primarily through Facebook, touching base with us to inquire about different how to do this or how to do that, and we give them that support. So there's that customer service component to it, right? But another thing that you touched on when it comes to accessibility, that is the purpose of it, where the length and breadth of Belize now, and again, from the comfort of your home, that we had said. But it might even we've even thought that it might spur business, just as how you have these little internet cafes that they offer the services to help people do their visa application in the same like they would be able to assist. Again, because not everybody has, for example, laptop or ready internet access. So they would go to these places, and then these places would be able to help. So we're even thinking of, getting the word out to these different locations about it, letting them become familiarized with it, and then they would be able to offer that possibly as a service as well.
And to add to that portion, for that human touch, the applications come to the officers as well. So we are notified when we get it, and we must check it. And like he mentioned, there's a messaging aspect on the website, so we can actually talk to them. So when they're talking,
if I get stuck and I don't know what that question really means or what that requirement really means, I can do a check-in and get instant messages.
And as well, like he mentioned on Facebook, we tend to respond pretty quickly as well. And we have WhatsApp numbers that you can get at the office from our credit officer phone. So
just to verify that you've got my gotten my application.
Yes.
Yeah, the internal process for applying it, pretty much goes like this. The minute that they submit the application, and even so, we have persons at each of the branch who are reviewing the portal, so they're seeing what is coming on a daily basis to ensure that we have that prompt response to the applications which are coming in. They then review what has been sent. They also have the capability, after a person has submitted their complete application, on our end we have the possibility of still editing that application to update it if we require any change to that application, and then we take it in for processing. So there's a support process as well.
So let's talk to parents and even students out there who are considering going back to school. I think some people kind of just have an immediate barrier. They think they won't be eligible.
Yeah.
They think that they won't be able to access the amount of money that may be required. What makes me eligible to access a student loan from DFC?
Well, be accepted. That's the first thing.
Yeah,
So
you have to already
get
be
your
accepted to the
acceptance.
school.
Correct.
So when you're accepted, you get your estimates from the school. Then from there, we would say, okay, so you need 7,000 to complete your associate's degree, or maybe they're doing their bachelor's degree. You need 20,000, 15,000. Then we say, okay. Then you would just come in. If you couldn't qualify for the special program, we would try to put you there.
Yeah.
If you're on just a regular student program, then we would just get your apart from the acceptance and estimates, your IDs, proof of address, guarantor to help secure the loan for you, and then
Tell them about the guarantor.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So basically, what a guarantor does, he or she assists you in securing a loan in the event of a default. Reason being is because since you're a student, you may not be working at that point.
Yeah.
So there would have to be someone to fall back on in case, no. But being the DFC, one of the differences from us and the commercial institutions is we have forbearance. So we would work with the guarantors and the borrowers in the event of a default to say, you know what, let's find a way to remedy the situation.
Yeah.
We just encourage the customers to come in and talk to us. So don't hide or don't run, you know.
Yeah.
Let's work together.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what a guarantor does. So once a guarantor is have a secure employment, proof of address, valid ID, Belize, and then he can assist.
Another thing that scares folks away or makes them hard pay is that you have to take that money in. Is there a specific bank you're working with? Is there a salary assignment that is with this? Talk to us about that avenue.
Yes, at all our office locations, they come in and they make payments or so, but we do salary deductions and assignments that they can
At
actually
any
do.
bank you're banking with?
Yes, but
Yes.
we primarily work with Belize Bank, as well as I think it is Atlantic as well,
Okay.
no? But yes, they can make those arrangements for it to be a bit more automated for payments to be made.
Am I able to pay online?
Online, it would just be through the portals that the actual
Yeah.
the banks
Yeah.
they have themselves.
Yeah.
For two of the banks, they have us listed there where it's
Yeah.
pretty much easy. For that process, they pretty much just have to provide to the bank their DFC account number, right? And then they go through the process with the bank to have that set up, and they can do that online payment through those mediums.
Now, you said before that this online application speeds up the process for the processing. What's the average processing time that people can expect?
So again, like I said, we can process it in as little as 10 days after we receive a complete application, which is naturally all the upload documents that they would need to provide. Again, the listing is both available as a download PDF document from the portal, as well as actually in the portal where it is required. It is specified that they can just click to upload whatever document they need.
Yeah.
But the window for it is between 10 days as up to 23 business days.
Okay.
No? That would be the process time for it.
So maximum a month, you would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah,
know,
pretty
and you
much.
would already have probably a loan offer at that point going
Okay.
into
Okay.
disbursement.
And in terms of the disbursement of the funds, is it within specific times, directly to that institution? How does that work?
Okay, the idea is normally we would try to set up disbursements per semester. So, because certain semesters fluctuate, you might get the estimate, but it's not always accurate.
Yeah.
So you might need less sometimes, and that's beneficial to the client. So we do it per semester. So whenever the semester is completed, we just ask the students to come in with their grades. We to ensure that they're still passing.
Oh, okay.
The receipt from the last payment, and then we give the
That's why
disbursement. to the
we
school.
do supervised credit, no? And again, that is both for this type of financing, for business financing. It's not that somebody comes into us to ask us for financing, we give them, and then it's a sink or swim situation
Yeah.
for them. Our focus as a development bank is to assist them as best as possible.
You don't want them to
go.
overextend themselves.
Correct. Even that.
Sustainability is the key to our vision. You know,
Correct.
we want them to be sustainable.
Let me just ask out of curiosity, how is the what is the uptake for people interested in student loans and the average disbursement that you're giving?
Well, the average disbursement for the regular student loans is like around 15,000 when you would, factor out for everything. For the special education program, like I said, it's like around 8,000, 8,500
Okay.
for the special ed. we do give, it's good. I mean, DFC, because of the specialized program that we have, pretty much our student program is self-driven. It's students recommending, informing their peers, parents readily, you know, so we don't have to be promoting that like heavily. It's kind of like self-driven. But again, because of the design that we have, I think DFC has the only specialized student loan program with the benefits that we mentioned in terms of
only paying
the payments that they have to
Yeah.
do, the grace period after they graduate, accessing financing if they want to continue their studies. With your question, you had asked, we do give to the institution itself, but again, each of our applications we assess on the needs of the case by case basis. For those who study abroad, the financing would be provided to the applicant or the student themselves, and
So
then
that
they
they
would
can
service,
make the payments,
make the payment abroad.
At an average of 15,000 for the student loan program, is that mostly to access education locally?
Yes,
Yes.
most of it is locally.
So most of your
it
student
is-
loans are for people
Yes.
to access education here in Belize.
Yes, and we actually encourage it as well, because if this course that they want to do is available in Belize, we would finance it for Belize first and foremost, that they acquire to get it here. Naturally, because if they're getting the same study abroad, it comes at a higher cost, and so you know it burdens them for a long.
But in cases where maybe they would have a scholarship in place, and yes, it might be the same studies you can get here, we can still look into financing that, because you know it's a special case. They are showing their academic capabilities, so we would assist in that case.
Correct. So case by case basis.
And people coming back and servicing their loans, that's
Yes, the performance has been well. We have a little challenge when it comes to small business, entrepreneurial, and that is always a challenge. And we work along, for example, with Bell Trade to offer the support, both pre and post, for persons who have small business. But the education program, that is, I think, a very good performing program for us. So we do those. We also, just to give a bit more insight, we do the education, we do small business to large business, multi-million-dollar projects. We had been on your show before talking about the renewable energy financing that we provide, right? That's one of our newest and most attractive programs.
Still for
right?
businesses, right?
Businesses as well as homes, for who would want to apply.
Yeah, it has changed a bit now.
Because at first it was just businesses, wasn't
Yes,
it? Yeah.
the first line of credit that we got was for business only.
So now you can access it for homes now too?
Yes, yes.
So if I want to update my house into a more energy efficient home, I can get a loan from the DFC for that.
Correct.
For that purpose.
Correct. And energy efficiency is two things. One is like, you know, upgrading your lighting and your electrical equipment or so. And then the other aspect is actually renewable energy, if you want to actually put in the solar
panels,
solar water heating, things of the sort.
Even reducing your water usage, your low flush toilets, low flush showers.
Okay, that's good to know as well.
So we've been sensitizing a lot, because it's still relatively, at that time, new to Belize. Versus it being, hey guys, we have this credit here, come and get it. It's actually, you know, a lot of sensitization goes behind it. Like some people, they touch base with us when they see us promote it. Okay, well, readily want to know from us, well, how much if I want to purchase this or purchase it? We have to go through the process of telling, well, we don't sell the equipment or the material, we provide the financing, but we give them all the insights and the direction that they would need to be able to explore it further and acquire it if they so.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. So the online portal has been launched, and this is specifically for your education loans.
Correct.
All right. And so before that busy season kicks in, people can know that they can do so now.
Yes.
Online at
encourage
DFC.
that. We encourage them. Come
Early
in before.
registration. Try to get it early.
Even though the financing might be up in December, we tell them you can still come in December for your January courses. You know, we can still get that financing in there.
Definitely.
And to point out, yes, that even with the special ed that it comes that close December, they can actually commence the process from now to be able to meet the deadline.
Beat the rush.
Exactly. And,
but you do need that acceptance letter. That's what you need. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming in and telling us all about the new way people can access the finance they need to get educated, and also about the other programs that you have ongoing as well. Thank you.
Much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to author Hart Tillett about two of his historical fictions. So please stay tuned.